Okay, so in this episode we'll be looking at maps. What are maps? Not the map we know like Google Maps and all that. No, but how we can interact with certain lists or certain types of data. Okay, so all along I'm going to delete all this. All along we've seen, I will leave this one here, I will delete this so I can add my constant. And let me delete this too. So all along we've seen that our variables can be int, string, whatever. Then we have the type map. Okay, map simply, let's look at the meaning. Oh, where is it? We talk of map. It takes a key value pair. Okay, so let me expand this so that we can read. A collection of key value pairs from which you retrieve a value using its associated key. There's a finite number of keys in the map, and each key has exactly one value associated with it. Map and their keys and values can be iterated. The order of iteration is defined by the individual type of map. So examples, we have the hash map, we have the linked hash map, we have the split. Charlie. It is generally not allowed to modify a map, add or remove keys while an operation is being performed on the map. For example, in functions during a for each or put if absent, modifying a map while may break the iteration. Generally not. Okay, so map simply is a way for us to store values in a key pair value. In key pairs, that means okay, let's go to it. This is how we create a map. So map, and then say int, and say person. Okay, can I do this? So okay, this is equal to map. Okay, now let me just copy this here too. Let's see if it will work. Okay, now what does it say? Okay, map literal. Okay, so you can just simply say this, right? So map person is equal to this. Now how do you set the value? So this is a string. Okay, now this is the key, and then this is the value that we can set. So simply you can say person. Can we do that? No, we can't. Now we can say let me open this. With this we can add keys and values to it. So the key here, I will say name. Okay, and then the value for the name is going to be, let's say, Richard. Okay, but then you see this is underlined red. This simply means that we can't assign string to an int because we specified the value to be an integer. The key is a string, that is name, and the value is an integer. So here I'm just going to say name. No, so I'll just say age, and I'll say 20 years. So this is what a map basically is. So let me just delete it and see if we go to the next one. So this, so that when we can also do something like this. No, not like this. Something like this. Let me bring it down, and I can see the same image. Let me just use avatar 1, avatar, and then JPEG, and then the name, right? I can see person dot, sorry, you don't use the dot, we use the square brackets. Okay, and then the key is what how do we create it? Age. So person age. So why is this then where is the constant? Okay, age. Why is it saying this? Int. Okay, see, person and age gives us I made a mistake. So let me hold on to this for now, and let me show you how this one works. So when we press this button here, what we want is that it should print. So print person. This is how we access the values. So if you do something like this, then you can say age, right? So let's see, if we tap on this, the age is 20, right? We can add more keys to this. It doesn't only take one, so we can say name, and we pass the name. See, Desmond. No, you see, they should all be in string integer. So this name wouldn't work. So what I can do is that I can just put some numbers here to represent the name. Okay, but I really hope you are getting the picture. So if you want the name, you can just pass the name here, you click on this, and then it will print the name, which is now. Is it now? Did we pass name here? Yes, you pass name. There's a name now. Why now? I don't even understand. Alright, so we don't want this, right? So let's just change this to dynamic. Now when we make this dynamic, it simply means that we can either assign an int here, we can either assign a string here, or whatever. So that allows us to say person name is called Angie, right? So when we do something like this, it says you have the key is string, it is compulsory, but the value can be dynamic, it can be any data type, right? Yeah, so let's see, why are you still getting them? Okay, let's just restart, and then let's click on this. So we get the name to be Angelina, right? So if you change this to age, then you should get 20, right? So this is basically how we access map. We use the square brackets to access a value. So we have this basically like a list, but in something like in a programming language like Python, we call it dictionary, right? In C# dictionary, in Java it's a map. Okay, so this simply means that this is the key. We will use this key to find the value. Okay, so if you know the key, you assign a value. We can simply make this 1 2 3 4 5 and then assign values to it, but when we are doing that, it's basically like we creating an array. That's not what we want to do. So yeah, that is all about maps for now. We will learn more about it as you go ahead. So we'll be looking at creating a small project to look at what we've learned so far.